Good morning, everyone. Coach Jandy here. So I want to ask, do you allow other people to be imperfect, or are you holding them to a perfect standard that they have to live up to? I was talking to a client the other day, and she was really frustrated because she had this teammate that was just in a bad mood that day and just wasn't showing up the best person that they could be. And so this client of mine, was frustrated and upset because this person was showing up this way. And I thought to myself in that moment, it was kind of like I was looking through her to the other teammate, because what I was seeing in my client was a little bit of the same that she was seeing in her teammate. So she was showing up imperfectly, frustrated that day, not having the best of days. And sometimes I think we don't allow each other to just have a bad day, to be able to show up imperfectly, that we're not going to always be in a good mood, we're not going to always be cheery. And I know that personally, that is something that I struggle with because I am a really cheery person, and I'm naturally outgoing and naturally usually in a good mood and lifting others up. I know that sometimes when I'm in a bad place and I'm in a bad mood, other people around me don't always allow me to be in that space. They want me to always be happy. I always have to be cheerful. Coach JD can't have a bad day, but that's not fair because I am human. And I know for myself, but I struggle with that too. So if there is a person that's close to me, a loved one, a teammate, a client, somebody around me, a friend, and they're in a bad mood and they're reflecting that in and around my space, sometimes I know that I can take that personally. Now, I'm much better about it today because I've got lots of boundaries and I've done a lot of work around that, but still, that's one of my little innate nature to do that I learned and that I have to correct myself about, is that I take it personal. Like, are they upset at me? Are they angry at me? Do they not like me anymore? It's one of those ridiculous things that we do as human beings, that oftentimes we put other people's imperfection or their moods or their situations onto ourselves, when we really just need to allow people sometimes some space to be able to just get over things, to get in a better mood, and to just be imperfect. Because my gosh, we are imperfect. I am imperfect. People have to deal with me and my attitude sometimes, and I want them to deal with me and give me that grace. And that's what it really is we have to give each other grace, that we are human. Now, I'm not talking about big mistakes and mistakes that are over and over and over again and nobody's changing. We have to be willing to change who we are and the space that we show up in and how we interact with others. Like I said, for myself, I've worked so much on myself over the years that the majority of the time, the way that I show up, I'm pretty proud of myself and I'm in a happy space. But there are those times when I'm a human. I'm going to show up and take things personal because somebody said something or they're in a bad mood and I think that it's about me, and so therefore I'm not allowing them to be imperfect. And sometimes we just have to let go and let people have their space, let them have their moment, and make sure that you have your boundaries. So today, I want you to just recognize that you're human. Everybody around you is human. It's not always about you. And love yourself first. That's the most important thing. And project out there happiness and your greatness, and the day will be a whole lot better. And remember, this is just a moment. This is just a moment. It's going to change. All right, so that's what I have to say today. Hope that you have a great one. Bye.